shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the New England Patriots. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Room here to run. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Watch your shit. Watch your shit. Hey, watch your shit. Watch your shit.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jones. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch,
All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning, their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the 1st quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Mayfield now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Phillip Lindsay His third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Patriots 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Watch left. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, check three, check.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff comes to Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones on 1st down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the Browns' 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Patriots. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, good move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now, I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Done. I got.
Chubb again. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
19, Mike 19. Bring it.
Run, run.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Everyone go 4 down.
Up, up.
19, Mike 19. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 19.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Second and 8. Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. And caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, Jones. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. A little check down to Lindsey. Only able to gain a couple there. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And some room to run now. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They run. Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in the yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Probably the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll indeed take a knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Browns, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.